Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm That Fat Guy, and today is another episode of Fat Chat. Fat Chat is where I talk to real people, learn about their weight loss journeys, and get some perspective as to what has given them success. Because really, I've only got one story to tell, which is my own, and there are many others out there and that can offer a different perspective that may inspire some to turn their life around and start a healthier, more maintainable lifestyle. I'll start by saying, please like, subscribe, and if you have any questions for me or today's guest, please put it in the comments down below. I'm really excited to be chatting to a bloke who knows how to shake it in more ways than one. I've got a fellow man shaker, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Warren Parry. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to be part of this episode of Fat Chat. It's really nice to finally chat to you because I've seen you all over social media. I've seen you're shaking it in more ways than one, which we'll talk about in a minute. But you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Mate, pleasure to be on.
Oh, well, look, you're a fellow man shaker. You've been on the shakes for a little while now. So I know a little bit about you, but why don't you just tell, I guess, what makes Warren? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Just a larrikin, really, mate. Like, I just go to work and I just try and make them happy, but I just dance around like an idiot, and like I do on the socials. And yeah.
So you've because you currently work for council, don't you?
Yeah, I work for the Wyong Central Coast Council now, not Wyong. In the waste management industry.
Oh yeah.
We're meant to be classed as essential services, but as you can tell, I don't do much.
Well, look, mate, I was going to say, what I'll do is I'll go straight into this, right? And I want to show the thing that really drew me to Warren is videos like this. You're very heavily on TikTok and Instagram and that, and to many you're known as the man shake dancer, the man shake twerker. Tell us, obviously, this takes some guts, to do this, especially in front of co-workers. How did that really go down when you first started doing this?
Oh, well, as I said, I'm just a larrikin, and I usually just do it on Snapchat, just to friends. It's just fooling around, doing my thing, and then I was just in the lunchroom one day, and one of the workmates is like, "Oh, it's shake it up time, shake it up, baby, now." And I'm like, "Hey, yeah, let's do it." So that's how that all started, doing this thing, and
because I love these videos because it really, let's face it, you're not a little bloke, but to get up there and shake your groove thing, as it were, it really shows a lot of confidence, and I think it's an inspiring message for a lot of blokes out there that may be struggling with a bit of weight issues. That, hey, if you want to dance, That's
it. That's me. One of my friends calls me the designated, uncoordinated fat guy dancer. I'm like, no worries.
Mate, you're one of those lucky ones that got the metal shaker. So you've been around for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been on and off the shakes for a while, and at first I was just doing it just to keep the weight down a bit. I was just maintaining. I was like, I'm happy to be. At that time, I was 120, 125, and then I just blew out because I love KFC like you do, and these new craft burger joints started opening up. So the burger cult guy would be loving that I'm a burger enthusiast.
Oh, Brad, are you listening? But mate, so you started let's go back a little bit further, right? So in high school, growing up, were you always a big kid?
Yeah, I was always the big kid. I've always been the chubby fella. So
does that stem from your eating habits? What kind of caused all that weight gain?
I just love food, and I was an emotional eater, so whenever I was feeling down, I'd just boom, straight to a block of chocolate or a bag of chips, just boom.
So after you left school, like, I mean, like, let's say, you know, when you were in school, right, you left school and you got yourself up to about 120 kilos, and then you said you kind of ballooned from there. What was the main change that caused like, I mean, because I think, you know, you're starting at around like 150, 160 mark, was it?
Yeah. Well, that's where I blew out to after, like, with COVID and all that. I was just like, no gyms. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll just keep eating food, and I just blew out.
Yeah, because
I thought I broke the scales when I jumped on them. I was like, that video there, I was like, oh, wow, error.
So was that the first time you jumped on the scales, like to see how heavy you were?
Like, good 6 or 12 months since I jumped on the scales.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, I didn't think I was that big. And it shocked me, and I was like, wow, I've got to do something about this.
So, if you don't mind me asking, like, run us through like a day of eating. What would that look like for you, Juan?
Oh, pretty much I was never really into breakfast foods. So yeah, that's pretty much all I used to shake for. Just have it as breakfast, and to get come 9 o'clock, the munch truck or the tasty truck would come into work. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll grab a few things, grab a few, like, I think they were devil chicken fillets burgers.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh yeah. Oh, it was delicious, mate.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah. And I'll grab one of them each day, and grab a chocolate oak or something as well. Yeah, just have it with that. It's another smoko thing before having smoko. So I was like, oh. So food just constantly eating. It was bad for me, and it just blew out. So you have your smoko, and then like, what would the rest of your day look like? Oh, well, it all depends on if I end up bringing some leftovers from like dinner the night before to work. Otherwise, I'd probably cruise on down to the takeaway shop and get lunch.
Okay.
Or if I didn't have the money, I'd just have another shake.
So
yeah, that's the reason why I blew out, and I wasn't using the shakes properly. I wasn't disciplined, but now I'm disciplining myself. And a guy at work that after the commercial, I've got him involved in it, and he's really shown me how to really work this program and get it the way you want. Because he smashed it. He's an inspiration, really.
That's so good.
Shout out to Brad.
Oh, good on you, Brad. If you're listening to this one, mate, good on you. And show Warren how it's done. But, mate, so that's quite interesting to hear. So you actually were on the man shakes, but while you were ballooning. So it really goes to show how important the rest of your day is outside of those shakes. Yeah. You think just having a shake, oh yeah, I'm doing the right thing. I can cheat meal here and like do all that stuff. No, you got to discipline yourself, and you got to control what you eat. Like, you can't just keep eating the way you are. And yeah,
that's what I kind of realised. I was like, yeah, I can't keep doing that.
Well, for me, a lot of my weight gain was mainly due to soft drinks like Coca-Cola and such like that, which I drink a couple litres of that a day. Is that a similar problem for you? Yeah, I like my fizzy drink. I've tried to cut back. I've done a few weeks where I haven't had it, and then because I'm back at home and they've always got it in the fridge, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have a glass. Oh, I'll have another glass. So yeah, I've pretty much cut that out. I'll just try do me waters, and yeah, if I have a soft drink, Coke's got this no caffeine, no sugar one. The Coke Zero. I just have a glass of that a day. With no caffeine as well. Yeah, no caffeine, no sugar. So that's interesting. I haven't seen that one. Oh, I have to keep an eye on it. So, yeah. I'm a fan of the Pepsi Max. So I have I buy like a big thing. Yeah, they couldn't sign on with Coke. They did. That would be the end of me. I would have had a heart attack a long time ago. Yeah, but I get like the big box of cans for the Pepsi Max, and I have maybe 2 cans a day, 3 sometimes. And for me, I've studied nutrition. There's only 4% your daily recommended intake of sodium in it, and no sugar. I drank myself fat, and it keeps me on the level, So I have heaps of water though. I have heaps of water. So I'm not living on that Pepsi Max. But so okay, so you ballooned out. and you stepped on the scales here, right? And you got that error message. Was that the moment that you decided to turn it all around and make a bit of a change?
Yeah, that was one of the big moments. The first one I ever did was a bet with a mate for his wedding. He was like, "Oh, I bet you can't lose the weight and slim down for me wedding." I'm like, "Oh, I can do that." So yeah, I ended up jumping on ice. Oh, it wasn't for that one, but yeah, it was the wedding before I ballooned out.
Oh yeah.
And I jumped on isogenics.
Isogenics.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's similar to the man shake where you just do the meal replacements and have a meal afterwards, but yet they have a detox days. And yeah, it was just 2 days of detox, and it really killed me because you don't eat, you just drink their supplement.
That doesn't sound too healthy.
No, and she was pretty expensive too.
Oh really? Well, it's a good thing you found the shakes then.
Yeah, and then I just saw the shakes on the commercial and I was like, oh, I'll give these a go. And yeah.
So we brought up the wedding photo. So this is like a little bit of a before and after. So tell us about this wedding photo here.
Before I jumped on the scales. So,
so this is 150 plus. So you weren't sure on how heavy you were.
I wasn't sure what weight I was in.
Wow.
And that's a 5XL jacket.
Yeah.
And a 4XL shirt.
Hey, I tell you what, you scrub up all right. You got a bit of colour in the beard to match the coat. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, at that time, the beard was white, and before the wedding, because I do Santa. I just hand it to people and do photos for them. Do ride around on my motorbike.
Oh mate.
And I was like, I gotta get the white out for the wedding. So I was like, why not throw a bit of purple in there? I haven't done purple for a while, so yeah, I'll throw a bit of purple tips in.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
And then we got this photo here, right? And wow, what a difference! You can see how that jacket sits on you now. Like before, it looks like you would have struggled. Well, only just been able to close that jacket by the look of it there. But then it just looks like it's swimming on you.
Yeah. I was at the people at Johnny Big, and I'm like, I've got a 5XL jacket, and I was trying on jackets, and I'm like, oh wow, they swim, and I'm like, I don't want to buy a new jacket though. I want to wear that one again. So yeah, I was like, they said, don't close it up, just run it open, and you'll be fine. I'm like, yeah, sweet then.
It looks like it looks like a very comfortable fit there, mate. And approximately how heavy were you there?
That was, I think, 138, 139. So just after I got under the 140.
That's awesome. So I got a couple of videos here of you with these scales. So hold on, let me just go back and get that one off. So we got this one here, the first one where you had the error. Right.
Yeah.
Like, nah, too heavy, buddy. One person at a time. Is that it? Yeah. That's it. That's what my scales did to me. And then you got this one. So.
Yeah, that was. I just started back. The gym's just opened again after COVID, and I started going back, and I was just pumping it out, and yeah.
That's that's an amazing that is a scale victory. I'm going to say that. That's an awesome scale victory. The fact that you are now within its weight range, and as crazy as that may sound to some people, that can be a real achievement for someone that has struggled with weight. So congratulations on that one.
Yeah, thank you.
And then there's this one, the big one, 136. I think it read. You're out of the 140s.
Yeah. With
the obligatory dance, I love it.
Yeah.
So, 139.6. There you go.
That was after the man challenge that I was able to complete without hurting myself at work. So.
You took part in the man challenge, the 30-day.
Yeah, the first one I did. Halfway through it, I busted my ankle at work, and I couldn't do all the running around and walking and all that properly. And because I kept posting my videos on socials, work's you hurt yourself at work, you're not allowed to be posting videos. So I'm like, watch those videos.
Oh no.
So work cover. You didn't hear that.
So I got your socials up here, your Instagram, right? We got it's WA33A23, which is Wazza, I would say. You post
and
on.
Look, there's the burgers there. Oh dear.
You post on Instagram. You post on TikTok. I haven't been able to really get into TikTok as much, but
I'm trying to get TikTok famous. Well, it's just not happening.
Yeah. Can be. I think you need to. I think you need to be a different kind of body type for that. Yeah, but if I'm going to put all the social information in the description down below. But yeah, check him out because he's got all sorts of, as you can see here, all sorts of content. And like it's really cool to see. There's your Santa Claus one. You do a lot of stuff for the community as well, so it seems. So you recently done the push-up challenge.
Yeah, that was a tough one, that one.
Yeah,
like,
how'd you go with that?
Push-ups, well, I'm a big guy. I struggled to do push-ups, and I was lucky for them doing the band challenge before the 25 push-up things, the push-up days. Because doing the man challenge, I struggled to do push-ups during that. And sit-ups were the biggest one that I struggled with. But yet, with losing the weight, I'm able now to do a full sit-up properly. I'm like, wow, I never used to be able to do that without having someone to hold my feet down, you know?
Oh, yeah, so you got to kick out your legs a little bit to help you shift the weight up off the ground. There you go. Congratulations on that, man. Did you manage to hit the push-up goal? Like, how many push-ups did you need to do within that time period?
Well, they staggered it out depending on the facts of the day. Like, there was all different facts with it, and how many people had passed away, and how many people struggled with depression and everything. But yet the whole total was 3,318, which is the amount of lives taken from suicide in 2019. So.
Oh, that's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, and with the help of the Bearded Villains group that I'm in, they're just a group of bearded gentlemen that focus on mental health and helping brotherhood out and just helping one another. And whenever we find a charity to get involved with, we go all out. And so I pitched it to them, and a few of them said, yeah, we'll help you. And so I ended up building a group there, and we set a goal to smash out every daily total. So it was like, no worries. But everyone had to smash out their daily total, and if you struggled to smash out that daily total, the brothers, they'd be like, yep, here, we'll do a few extra for you. Yeah, here's some more for you.
That's awesome. That's an awesome community of blokes.
Yeah, we kept ourselves accountable for the push-ups we did, and if we struggled, we were there to help us out. So.
That's fantastic, dude. That is awesome. Like, that to me is so inspirational when blokes come together and support other blokes in things that blokes wouldn't typically support each other in, like, supporting mental health and supporting, that stereotypical, like blokes just generally won't do that. It's like, oh mate, you need me to do 20 push-ups? So, yeah man, no worries, I'll do that for you. We'll get it done. And coming together, because you guys have you said you had a Zoom conversation every week, was it?
Oh yeah, I'd jump on there every now and again, every Friday. So it was called the crap talk. The other words I can't more. So we just talk about random stuff and how our day's going and what's going on and everything.
That's awesome. So it's called the Bearded Villains. Yeah. Is that like a community thing that's open to any blokes who have beards, or is it just like
it's a requirement to have a beard. Right, that's the only beard thing. Yeah.
So what level beard?
At least 4 centimeters long.
4 centimeters. Okay, so I can't join. Okay, so so guys, if you have a 4 centimeter long beard, if you've got a 4 centimeter long beard, feel free to check out the Bearded Villains. That's fantastic.
Yeah, New South Wales. So it's a worldwide thing. Bearded Villains. They're a great group. I'm still trying to get through me initiation in there, so hopefully this helps out with the push-up challenge. So
there you go. So people like Brad the Burger Cult Man and Lloyd, you got
big boys like them, yeah, they'd get in there.
Big beards.
Yeah, big boys.
So, okay, let's talk a little bit about like the good stuff, right? Well, we're talking a lot about good stuff, but let's take a look at these before and afters here, right? So, this is when you first started, wasn't it?
That was just the start of before the second challenge that I did. So, main challenge.
Okay, and how approximately how heavy were you then?
That was 145.
145, and this is you after. So where is that now?
That's me recently. I'm 133 there.
133. So how heavy are you today?
Yeah. I'm 132.8. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So you've lost about so if we're just like, let's say, like how heavy do you think you were? Like 155 or something like that?
Oh, I reckon up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say you've lost 20 kilos. Let's just say you've lost over 20 kilos, mate. And that's awesome. Like, I mean, you really see the difference in like the amount of space you're taking up on the door there. But like, you know, in your side on pictures, you can really see it. Looking really good there, mate.
When I sent those photos to you, like, I just kept seeing the big guy. Like, it's the thing I struggle with. I always see myself that fat guy, like you sort of thing, like that fat guy. Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's why I named my picture, my channel. This is because I always would see myself as that fat guy. You know, it's tough, isn't it?
Oh, it is, mate. Like, it's a crusher sometimes. Like, I'm getting emotional about it.
Oh, dude, this is what we're here for, man. Like, I mean, were you the big guy in your group of friends?
Always been the big guy, mate. Yeah. But yet I've always been the big guy, the clown, the life of the party. So.
Do you often find that you're the brunt of most jokes? Like, you kind of cop it more than anyone else?
Not really. Like I say to me, like, I've got a cousin and, not really cousin. Yeah, he's a cousin. Yeah, he calls me Uncle Wars. He's my second cousin, my cousin's son. And yeah, he's a ringer, and I said, like, he was struggling with being called Renner. I'm like, mate, I'm fat. Just own who you are. You're a ringer. Call yourself the Ginger Ninja. Just own it. And if you own it, no one else can really hurt you, except for yourself. And yeah. So.
How are you doing with that, man?
I find it hard sometimes, but I've got broad shoulders. I pick myself back up, and yeah, I carry on. Just shake away, dance away, whatever I do.
Can I just say that I'm really proud of you and your efforts? Like, I honestly am. The amount of stuff that you do, that I see on your socials, and the way that you really push for men to talk about their mental health and, you know, promote, like, even if you're just thinking that you're being a larrikin, just dancing and shaking and, you know, doing things a bit sort of like, quirky. You have no idea the profound effect that you may have on some blokes out there, especially blokes that are working council.
People, like, cheer them up. Like, that's the whole reason I do it, is just to get people off their weird days and be like, oh, yeah, have a look at this idiot. He's dancing around at work. See, yeah. Cheer up. Life's not too bad. Okay.
How important is it to have that positive frame of mind?
It's good, but yet it's a struggle to keep that positive frame all the time. You just got to push through it some days and just get on with it. There's some people that help me out. I think, like, you got to talk to people. Like, the guys at work, I talk to them about everything, and they're always there to help me. So, real big shout out to all them. So.
Good on you, boys. You know, like, it can be hard knowing where to turn to, especially if you are struggling mentally and such. It sounds like you've got a really good support network there. And I stress this to anyone out there that, you know, doesn't have a support network. Any blokes who just, you know, want people to talk to, or, you know, it might be struggling with their weight, please like reach out to us. Like you can go onto the Manshakers Facebook page. I talk about it all the time. Those groups is just like a world outside of Facebook. It just like, how much did it blow you away the first time you joined those kinds of pages?
Well, I didn't know about the Manshakers page until I think it was Mcdougall or Jesse that put me onto it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, why didn't I know about this earlier? I wouldn't have ballooned out as much as I did, you know? And yeah, as soon as I'm on that, I'm like, the inspirational stories on there, like some of the guys.
Oh, yeah.
I feel ashamed being on the commercials when there's guys that have lost way more than me, and they were more committed than what I was, and it's just like, these guys should be on the commercials. That's them. They put me on there sometimes. I'm like, oh.
That's the thing I love about that page, and we'll get to the commercial in just a second because I got that locked and loaded here. But the Manshakers page, for all those who haven't heard me talk about it 1,000 million times, it's just a group of thousands of blokes. Some are on the most are on the Manshake. Some of them aren't. Some of them just came there to be around a positive space of weight loss for men, which isn't really a broad topic that a lot of blokes want to get support over. And you could post on there, say, hey boys, I'm struggling today, I'm feeling a bit down, I'm in the pantry a bit more. And the first thing you think that some on most other pages of Facebook, people will just lash out and say, oh, stop being fat, you piece of F or whatever, like people would just attack you.
Food.
Yeah.
Put down the fork.
Put down the fork, bro. Like, I mean, that just actually does nothing. That really does nothing. But then what happens on this page is that you have dozens and dozens of blokes, hundreds in some cases of blokes are saying, come on, man, you got this. If you want to talk, message me, reach out, and it's just it's so empowering. And for a lot of blokes out there to post up a picture of them in their undies at their absolute worst, like, I never thought I'd see as many blokes. So, all right, boys, day one. And there's, like some blokes, 250 kilos, posting a photo of them in their undies, like little budgie smugglers. And
they're inspirations, those fellas.
Yeah, it's incredible. So, if you're a bloke out there that needs a bit of motivation, a bit of support, jump on the Manshakers page. There's the Manshakers group. There's also the Manshake Men. The Manshakers page is the one owned and run by the Manshake. So,
yeah.
Now, speaking of the Manshake, you and I also have something in common there. Not the fact that we're just on the Manshake. We are also on their TV commercial, which I had a lot of fun with. But I'll show it for anyone who hasn't seen it.
You can shake it when you wake, shake it on your break, shake it while you're working, shake it when you're twerking, shake it watching the grand final with your best mate Lionel. Got a gut? Shake it off with the Manshake.
That is fantastic.
I've got to shake it here.
So you had the white beard there, so that was probably leading up to Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in December. They did the filming there.
See, I never knew that. I just thought you had a grey beard. Like, I didn't know that would have been the case. But I absolutely...
And that's another work cover. Did not see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, despite the fact it was plastered on TV, they didn't see it. So, but yeah, like, so how did
actually, I had the clearance to go back and do work, so yeah, I was all good then.
Good. Yeah. So, what was I saying? So you're on that commercial. How did the Manshake find you? Like, how did they reach out to you and say, we want to do this?
Oh man, it was because of that TikTok video you first put up of me just dancing in the smoker room. It was just like, and Jesse and Adam, they're just like, we love it. And then when I went to the warehouse where they did the commercial, they had the office staff coming up to the windows and going, oh, he's here. I'm like, you're the store star ads. Like, why are they doing this?
So that was filmed at the Manshake. The Manshake warehouse, was it?
Yeah, at I forget the name of the suburb, but yeah, just up near Newcastle there.
There you go. What do you know? So, what was it like meeting Adam Mcdougall?
Oh, legendary. It was like a fellow bald fella.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta love meeting the bald men.
For all those who don't know, Adam Mcdougall is a former NRL rugby league star and also a big advocate for men's mental health, and also the creator of the Man Shake. So he's the thing that really struck me about meeting Adam is that he's just so 100% genuine. Like,
totally.
He legitimately cares so much about his clients. Like he's not in it for the money, and you can tell that from like 1 5-minute conversation with him. You can tell, like, mainly because you can tell it's not about the money because he hasn't raised his prices in years, right?
Yeah.
And he is just so emotionally invested in it. Just like, I want blokes out there to better themselves and be around for their kids.
That's the main goal, man. Like, I want to be around for my cousin's kids and my brother's kids. To always be there for them. So,
that's beautiful, man. Like, he was just such a top bloke, and I could imagine you would have had a bit of a chat to him about footy and everything there.
Yeah, chatted about pretty much like we've done with you, like how I've got to my way, like emotional eating. KFC was a big one, another one big one for me too. So I'd be like coming out from work and I'm like, I don't feel like cooking. Just go straight to KFC. So.
Mate, yeah. Like, I mean, was there any other way? Like, sorry.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I used to do KFC every day. So.
Sounds like heaven. But like, not for the toilet, but like.
no. But that potato gravy and the chips.
Beautiful. I get a lot of.
Makes potato gravy better than the KFC.
They do not. No, I don't care how they make it. A lot of people say to me, "You don't want to know how they make it." I don't want to know. It just tastes like gold in a cup.
That's it.
A lot of people say to me, like, "Why KFC?" Like, you're doing a weight loss channel. You're doing, what you do. You're talking about like getting healthy and fit. Yet you have this what's considered to be one of the more unhealthy foods out there once a week and that kind of thing. And to that, I've even spoken to Adam about this as well, to Adam Mcdougall. It's mainly because I just like it didn't start out as KFC because I wouldn't have had the mental fortitude to have KFC without completely falling off the wagon. So this is like pre-COVID, like, because we were going out to restaurants, we were having like a big Asian feed, that kind of stuff. But then once everything shut down, the only thing that was left open was KFC, McDonald's, all that kind of stuff. So I chose KFC because I love KFC. And then it became just a weekly tradition. And I've lost 60 kilos doing it. And I want to do it this way. Thank you, dude. I just want to do it this way to show everyone that you don't need to eat a lettuce leaf with a side of air and half a carrot to lose weight, be healthy, and have a maintainable lifestyle. I enjoy that KFC feed. Like, I go into like my own ash space. It's like full cathartic, and I'm like, Ange, don't talk to me for the next 15 minutes. It's just like ritualistic, with it. And it's great. It's great to have that cheat or the celebration meal, I call it, because I'm celebrating my weight loss. Like, what would be your go-to other than KFC? Like, is it purely KFC you go for?
It's the easiest one to go to, but yet usually now I'm a big fan of Mexican as well now. Ooh. So yeah, just go for a mad burrito. Like, gotta like a burrito.
Mate, and burritos aren't bad.
Milky Lane. Pardon?
Oh, Milky Lane. Yeah, they're insane. Yeah. I was gonna say burritos aren't too bad if you get them from like Guzman and Gomez. Like, they're really actually not that bad for you. Burritos compared to KFC.
But yeah, I'd have like 2 or 3 sometimes. So,
Oh, Jesus. Then yes, okay.
I'm a bit of a binge eater when I come to that, and now I've cut down on that, and I've learned to try and just stay with the one and just have that.
The recommended, like, adult serve.
Just the one, Warren. Don't have any more.
I want your biggest burrito stuffed with your second biggest burrito.
Well, Mad Max back in every May of Mad Max used to
do the kilo burrito, yes.
That used to be my go-to. I was like,
don't ever make that action again, bro. No, but like I did the kilo burrito once, like, cause like even though I was a fat dude, I never used to be like a competition eater. Like I couldn't eat like copious amounts of food. Like we once.
No, I couldn't do that.
No,
I
like
can't competition eat.
well, a mate of mine, like I couldn't even finish a kilo burrito the first time I ever tried it. I was like, what am I turned into? You know, like it's, but then again, like me and my mate, he had his birthday and he's like, oh, let's go to this place in Erin Fair. You might know it. There's this like schnitzel house that does like,
Yeah,
it does like a kilo worth of schnitzel for like $50. You get like a stein of beer, a kilo of schnitzel, a whole thing of chips. And if you eat the whole thing within an hour or 50 minutes or something like that, you get it for free. Right?
I almost did that.
That's incredible. I
had that much chicken schnitzel left.
No.
And half a litre of beer.
How didn't? Oh, you think? Oh, how did you fit? Like, because my first thought was like, how did you just finish that much?
I was sick. I was like, I was walking around trying to walk it out. We ended up going down to Terrigal pub afterwards, and I'm just sitting there, and I've got myself a beer because I was driving, and I was like, just one beer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't even finish that. I took one sip, and I was like, it can't go in my stomach. I'm too full. And then, I just had to go out to the car and relieve myself with some stomach issues.
You know, it's funny when you eat like that, and you just get like those like the hot food sweats, and you're just doing these ones like you just like. It's like the deep breathing, just like,
you're in labour.
Yeah. breathe through it. But yeah, like I mean, because for all those who don't know what a kilo schnitzel looks like, it is like your regular schnitzels massive. Times by like 8. There's like 8 of them on a plate, 6 or 8 of them. There's a pile of chips underneath it. I think I got through 4 schnitzels, and like half the chips. And I drank the full liter of beer, but there was no way. Like at that stage, I was full sort of like labor for a food baby. It was on its way.
I was the same.
It was disgusting.
But yeah, I punished the chips off first. That was my first goal. I was like, smash through the chips, then hit the schnitzel because you can throw all the different sauces on them. I was like, and I sort of got through it, and then it was just coming to that last section. I was just like, there's no more room.
Have you seen the record holders video? Like, because there's a record holder that did it in about like 8 minutes, and they've got a video on the website, and it's just disgusting. Like, have you seen it?
Yeah, they just go.
Yeah, and
are you even chewing?
What he does, he has a thing of Coke, right, and he takes the schnitzel and he dips it in the Coke so it goes down easier. So he dips it in the drink, and then he's just like demolishing it, like 4 bites, and the schnitzel's gone. And he's a thin dude. Like, I don't know how he does it.
Crazy, all those thin people out there that are big food eaters, and I'm like, how are they so skinny? I just look at that and I'll put on 20 kilos.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in the same room as Cake, and I can put on half a kilo. But mate, I wanted to ask. So, like, okay, you've done well with the weight loss. You've lost like 20 kilos, right? How much do you want to lose? Like, what do you want to get to eventually? Where do you see Warren?
Well, my sort of goal now is to get to where my mate's wedding was. That was 119.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to. That's the long-term goal for me.
Mm-hmm.
My short-term goal is to break out of the 130, and then from then on it'll be break out of 120, and then I'll be at that goal, and then the future goal is to get out of triple digits. So
what do you do in the ways of activity to get there?
Well, with the gym closed now, I've just been going on walks, just do walks around the thing, and with the push-up challenge, it gave me that effort to do all the push-ups, and now I can do heaps of push-ups now in one set. I'm like, I never used to be able to do 10. So yeah, I'll just go down to walk down to the lake, do a walk along the lake, stop, do a few push-ups, keep going, do a few more, and then do a few sit-ups, a few push-ups, a few squats and stuff. And yeah, I'll try and do at least about 100 reps of it. So
that's incredible. That's incredible, man. So with the gyms closing, do you think that's like the biggest challenge that you've had to overcome?
Oh, definitely, since I don't have any, all I got here at home is the Manshake resistor bands. I was like, I want some proper weight to help build some weight on, but yet, even though you probably shouldn't be building on weight, but yeah, I want to keep muscle tone and stuff like that. So.
See, now that's one thing that I probably don't talk about enough, but weight training is actually so good for you in terms of weight loss and everything like that. But it can, like in terms of fat loss, I say fat loss, and but it can really throw.
The scales that hinders the scale progress.
Yeah, the scales for me mess with my head like no other. So that's why I'm just been like sort of I want to do this, lose fat first, then gain muscle, it presents a challenge because I do I've started just last couple of days I started doing a bit of jogging instead of just my walking, and I'm like, firstly, jogging sucks. I get 10 seconds into it.
Oh my God, the work wants me to do it. I'm like, I can't. I don't run, mate, unless someone's chasing me. I better get to the burgers, you know?
Yeah, KFC's closing. Need me a Zinger box. But look, and I only think it sucks because I got no stamina, right? And I've just kind of been working out like my pace, my pacing, so I can get that right. And then I've got this other voice in the back of my head is like, okay, well, if you're jogging, are you going to be gaining muscle mass in your legs because you're using your legs a lot more? And then I'm just thinking, oh my God, how is this going to affect my weigh-ins? I'm so close to under 100 kilos right now. And these are mental battles that I face all the time over just stuff that you wouldn't even think about, like jogging. Everyone will assume, hey, you're doing more activity, that's great for weight loss. It's like, well, is it? I don't know. And it's like the scales for me, even though like I try not to let it rule my life because I do measurements as well, which I've done recently, and I've had some good results there. It is something that I feel that is such it's such an important status kind of thing. It's like, well, I weigh 110 kilos, or I weigh 100 kilos, I weigh 90 kilos, and that's the first thing that people look at, and BMI charts look at. Like you've obviously have you looked at your BMI, like what that is? And
well, I've ended up buying a new scale recently, and it does all that BMI and stuff. I'm like, how's his scale do all this? But it does it. I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I'll buy that scale and see how it goes. And my BMI is way up there.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But like, I find that there's so many different types of body shapes with different bone densities, muscle, muscle masses and all that kind of stuff.
I'm endomorphic.
Yeah. It's hard without getting those full sort of things where you float in a thing of water and it measures your body fat, or like full I forget this body scan where they scan the amount of fat you got in your body. It's really can be really deflating to use those BMI calculators, to say like even though if I get to 95 kilos, for example, right, I'm still really overweight according to my BMI chart. And I'm feeling the thinnest, right now I'm at 100.7 kilos, and I feel the lightest I've done in absolutely over a decade. I have people telling me how good I look and all that kind of stuff. But then I go to the BMI calculator, it's like, oh God, I'm still really overweight.
Oh, I get that, man. I'm like, I hate the scales. The scales are the enemy. I much prefer the feeling of right now I've got a size 46 pants on and they're swimming on me. I've got to wear that Velcro belt that I put up.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's awesome.
I was going to send you the photo just before we started this, because I did the whole where you do the stand up and you do the woohoo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you sent me that photo, did you? Or were you going to?
I was about to. And, we already started, so I was like, it'd be a bit late for you to edit it in.
Nah, I wouldn't be able. Unfortunately, midstream probably wouldn't do us any favors. But I'm sure you'll put it up on your Instagram. Put it up on your Instagram and your TikTok, or your Instagram, and whoever follows that page will be able to see it. So yeah, wow. Was it? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So you must be feeling pretty good mentally now that you're back focused and on track.
Yeah, that's it. And going out and doing walks and getting that fresh air, it really helps with your mental clarity. Like, you're just going out and walking. You're out there thinking, and you're progressing yourself. So.
And you got a smartwatch by the look of it, do you?
Yeah, I got the Garmin. I actually just set myself to start doing walking. I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, I need to start walking. I've got bugger all steps today, but like, I mean, how motivating can these little devices be? It's crazy.
Oh, they're great. I challenged a guy at work during the week this week. And I'm like, oh, how many steps have you done so far at Smoko? And he's like, well, I've only done 2,000. I'm like, mate, I've done 5,000. Come on, mate, step up.
That's a huge piece of advice for blokes out there as well. Like, don't underestimate how motivating these little devices can be. You don't need to go full like the Galaxy Watch like I have, or the Garmin, even a Fitbit. Like, when you're sitting there on the couch and
I'm a bit against the Fitbits.
You're against them? Okay. Why are you against them?
They are good, but yet the Garmin's that more like, you can do all this stuff with the Garmin, and it's not calculating a step. With the Fitbit, I used to do that, and it's calculated as a step. And when I was riding the bike, the vibration of the bike calculated steps in.
There you go.
It's like, ooh, but yet I ride the bike with this, it's not calculating steps. Because I'm moving too fast for it. So.
There you go. I didn't know that. That might have been the early models of Fitbits, but
it might have been.
The way I see it,
switched to Garmin.
The way I see it is that work within your budget. Seriously, get one. If you're sitting there all fat on the couch,
$129 on JB's Hi-Fi special.
There you go. This one was about 4 years ago. It was about $300. I got it as a birthday gift, but like, don't underestimate this. Like, if you're sitting there on the couch and you've only got 2,000 steps, and you look at your watch and it tells you you've only got 2,000 steps, you're like,
set yourself a goal of steps. Like, it's so good.
I should really get up and get moving. You know, so work within your budget. There's heaps of options out there.
It's like what I've seen you've been doing. Like, you're trying to average 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah,
like,
11,000.
I'm like, 9,000 is it?
11.
Oh, 11. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, just set yourself that goal to do that every day. Just walk down and up and down the road. Like last night after the Roosters game, yes, we won.
Oh God! Don't talk about my precious eels. Oh, that's right. Because you do exercise based on if they lose every point. You do. What do you do?
What I set out at the start of the year is whenever the Roosters lose a game, I was going to do X amount of Ks on the cross trainer.
Oh.
So for each point they lost by was a K.
Oh God.
So, and since like we lost to Melbourne, like what was it? 46 points.
Yeah.
And I was just like, there's no gym. I can't go to the gym. How am I going to do this? And I'm like, I've got my bike. And then I'm like, I'm trying to I've just downloaded Strava.
Yeah.
You got Strava?
Yeah, I got Strava, yeah.
And I tried to calculate 46 Ks with like drawing it out. And I'm like, I could probably go all the way to... I'll jump on the bike. I'll do a bike. I won't walk.
Yeah.
It's going to take me forever to walk, man.
Yeah.
So I jumped on the push bike and I rode all the way to Nora Head Lighthouse. And then while I was there, I was just like, let's do 46 push-ups, 46 squats, 46 sit-ups, and 46 star jumps. Why not? Let's just go for it.
Wow.
So I did that as well while I was at Nora Head. And then I rode back and I realised that I was just under still of the Ks. And so I went up to the BMX track just up the road.
I saw that. You going on the BMX track. That was cool.
And I did a few laps of that. And then, on the way back, though, it was a bit of a reward to myself for doing it. And that was me treat meal for the week. There was a burger truck joint.
Oh yeah.
He used to drive around, but yet because of COVID, he's just started selling it from his garage.
Oh,
so
right.
He's still keeping his businesses up and floating by just selling it out of his garage. And as I walked past, I was like, I'm going to hit that up once I hit the Ks. Don't do it until you've hit the Ks, Warren. So I'm like, I just when I did the Ks, I'm doing the BMX track, and then come back out, and I'm like, we've reached my quota. Let's do this. Let's reward myself for doing this.
He just has this like this sweaty bearded bloke in front of him. Yeah, I'll take a burger. I can just
They're just like, we recognise you from somewhere, and I'm like, yeah, just don't tell Mad Dog.
Oh, yeah, Adam Mcdougall must like patrol the streets like, are you keeping on those shakes, mate? He'll spear tackle you if you're not. Oh, mate. So, okay, that's awesome. We'll start wrapping it up soon, but you're on the 2 shakes a day now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing 2 shakes a day.
2 shakes a day. Yeah. With snacks in between and like a decent dinner. Is that right?
I think it's what you got me on the fava beans.
Oh yeah, the Happy Healthy Company or something like that. The fava beans. Yeah. They're great.
Those capsicum and chili ones.
Oof. They're beautiful.
Oh mate, they're the shiz.
They're really good.
What I do is I have a shake in the morning, and I don't have another snack or shake until lunchtime.
Yeah.
And then during lunch I have a fava bean with the shakes. Mm-hmm. I have the fava beans.
Yeah.
And then I just push myself to dinner, not breakfast. And then after dinner I try and go for a walk after dinner.
So what's your dinners like? What are your favorite dinners to have?
Oh man, at the moment I'm trying to figure out what's better for me. At the moment I'm still struggling on that because I have a tendency to cook too much, and I don't like seeing food just sitting there.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things I've got to try and carve out.
Yeah.
I've got to start just putting them in the freezer instead of eating them all in one go. So
I hear.
Yeah. I like making Mexican food, so chili con carne is my go-to.
Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Burrito bowls are surprisingly good. Like if you were to get a bit of like the taco mince or burrito mix and a bit of lettuce, a little bit of cheese, a bit of salsa, like fresh salsa and that, a bit of red onion, mix it around in a bowl.
Having your crispy water.
Yeah. But mate, you can make a lot of good stuff. But have you tried any of the man shake recipes at all?
Yep, I tried Chef Lloyd's satay chicken, but I switched out the chicken for minute steak because that's all I had in the fridge. So yeah,
that's so good.
I did that and the man burgers. I love the man burgers. They're the goods.
Have you tried the chicken pizzola yet?
What is that? The one where the chicken breast is the
with the pizza toppings on top.
Yeah. That's good. I haven't done that for a while. That was like one of the first meals I did. So.
Trust me, man. The man pie will change your life.
Oh really?
Yeah, try it.
Oh,
try it.
I'll have to get onto that one.
Proper good. Like if you cook it one day, right? Do yourself it tastes great when straight out of the oven, but do yourself a favor, cook it, and then let it cool down on the bench. No, put it on the bench, let it cool down, and then chuck it in the fridge and have it the next day. Because what happens is that it the meats marinade, and it just the flavor is just enhanced.
So it's like a steady bowl.
It's like spag bowls, always better the next day. Yeah. So trust me, man pie, next level, so good. And I'll put a recipe link in the description for all those playing at home. And final quick fire question. Yep. Favorite man shake flavor.
Favorite man shake flavor would have to be the limited edition choc hazelnut.
Oh, I got a hazelnut fan. Brilliant. Love it.
But before that it was coffee. I loved me coffee.
Yeah.
That was just like the substitute of when I used to have dare coffees and everything in the mornings.
Yeah.
It was like, same thing, but just without the sugar.
But do you put actual coffee in there, like real coffee?
No, I haven't tried it, but everyone recommends it. I'm like,
just get a little bit of that international roast, mate, or a bit of Nescafe, a bit of Moccona. Just chuck it in there. It's brilliant. Try it. It's brilliant. Okay. Sorry. Go on.
Oh no, I was just giggling.
I was gonna say, least favorite flavor. Go.
Least favorite flavor. Ooh, salted caramel. I wasn't a big fan of that one.
Yep. Same here.
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite mix? Like, do you mix any flavors or do you blend anything?
Yeah, I usually mix the banana shake with some frozen berries.
Ooh.
That is the go. Like,
I
even
haven't
throwing
tried
in
that.
half a banana as well. Like, boom.
I legit haven't tried that, and I don't know why I haven't tried that. And it sounds really good.
Oh yeah, it's what I made up here, but yet I end up putting it in the freezer and it's frozen. So.
Is it still frozen, or is it thawed by the time we've?
No, it's thawed. So yeah, this is going to be me lunchtime one. So yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thawing it out while I was just sitting here while we're doing this. I was like, I shouldn't have put that in the freezer. I was just thinking I probably should have just taken the lid off and just got a spoon and just hummed up done instead of being ice cream.
That would have been actually a good idea. Yeah. Like just get it whipped up and then make it a bit of an ice cream treat. That's something to work on. Lloyd, Lloyd, man shake ice cream, go. So mate, I can see there over your right shoulder. Looks like you got a bit of birthday cake. Is that what I see there?
Yeah, birthday cake there. Yep, birthday cake.
Just be careful with it hanging precariously over the edge there, because my lovely fiancée Angela dropped my bag yesterday and spilt half of its contents all over the floor. And
oh dear.
Yeah, I was absolutely devastated. Like she sent me a photo saying the party's over because like it's birthday cake party, and because I was at work, because we both work from home, so I was busy at work, doing stuff. I suddenly get this picture message. I'm like, what? Because I got them all in containers. I got like all my man shaking containers, but
I haven't done that. I kept them in my bag.
Oh mate,
probably should do the containers.
Yeah, do the container, because I've got the containers, but I gave away one of my containers that was reserved for birthday cake to Jared. Vicious, and he someone's blending something in the background as we speak. There you go. That's all good, and I gave him the whole container because I didn't have anything else to put it in, so my Tupperware container's gone for that one, so I only just had the bag like zipped up at the top there. So as Angela reached up to grab something else, she knocked over the bag, and then it must have had just like the littlest bit open, and then the whole thing just cracked open, and poof, just this cloud of like birthday cake all over the floor, and I nearly wanted to cry because I love it now. This new flavor is fantastic. Like it's a new version of the birthday cake. It has to be. It tastes so different to what it was before.
But
anyway.
Yeah, I found the first one really, really sweet.
Yeah,
this one is not as sweet as what the first one used to be.
Oh well, hopefully they keep to this flavor. But my man, so we'll ask one final question, right? What advice would you give to blokes out there wanting to get started?
Mate, get the sample pack. That's what I did with the guy at work. He's like, I want to give it a go. And I'm like, yeah, no worries. And now he's become my inspiration. Another shout out to Brad.
Good on you, Brad.
And I gave him the sample pack, and he picked which flavour he wanted. And because that first video I put up, me and Chad gave me $500 worth of credit for doing it for him. I'm like, yeah, no worries. And I brought in his first month supply, and he's like, loved it.
Good on ya. Good on ya. So,
and I just said to him, like, man, there's a Facebook group now. Get on it. It's the best thing ever. Like, I wish I had it when I first started. The Facebook group, because it sort of helped me keep accountable, because like I'd watch other people with their weight loss journeys, and I'd be like, man, why aren't I losing so good? Like, I've got to get into this more. So, yeah.
Well, that's good. So just get started and get on the Facebook page. It's,
get on the page and get that support network behind you as well. Like, you need that. He supports me as well. I'm now supporting him. He's got to a weight where he's happy, and he's only doing one shake a day, and he started having every week one of the guys cooks up a barbecue for work. And he had bacon and egg rolls the other day, and Brad's like, I should have one. I went, it's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, that's what he used to always say to me every time I looked at my tasty truck, and he saw me walking over towards it, and I was only going over to get a paper, and he goes, over the radio, it's a slippery slope.
It's great to that you guys keep yourself in check in such a funny way. There you go. Just make it a bit of a game. Come up with something that you can say to each other that makes you laugh.
It's kind of like the slap across the back of the head. This is pretty slow.
Yeah, I love it. So I've got your socials up here, and I will put links down in the description. I do follow on Instagram. I'm not on the TikTok, so but I did manage to find you on TikTok. So
I reckon we could do a good dance video on TikTok, mate.
Yeah, you and me, baby. Yeah, it's a date. We got to do it in person once this COVID thing.
Yeah, I'll come do this Parramatta walk again. I mean, not the Parramatta walk, the Penrith walk.
Oh yes, the Penrith walk. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant like.
I did it before you.
Yeah, so with the Man Shakers walk. Yeah, you were there a week before. So next time we'll do it. I don't know when the next Man Shakers walk is going to be, unfortunately, but yeah. So guys, if you want to see more of the hold on, wait, let's get rid of that first one there. If you want to see more of this. This is his before and after dancing, right? If you want to see more of this, the morning shake up, where he shakes it up as a bit of a dance. Man, I love the hairstyle. You got the old man haircut there. That's brilliant.
That was the COVID hairstyle. I was just like, I couldn't get to the barber, and because where I bald is right there, so I'm like, I'll just do the Mr. Burns.
Love it. If you want to see more of this, check him out on TikTok and on Instagram. He will also keep you up to date with his weigh-ins, I hope, as he progresses. Yep. So you can follow that. And once again, join him on Instagram and TikTok. Follow him, subscribe, do what you need to. And just show you one more time, this man is famous. We've both been on TV. Here's the commercial once again.
You can shake it when you wake, shake it on your break, shake it while you're working, shake it when you're twerking, shake it watching the grand final with your best mate Lionel. Got a gut? Shake it off with the Man Shake.
So I got a bit of a confession there, right? I got a bit of a confession, right? And I haven't said this to anyone, right? I'm going to say this now. That couch I was sitting on, so that was like, I think one of the producers or the directors or someone's house that we went to. It wasn't Adam's, but that couch seemed to be like a pretty pricey kind of couch. It was really comfortable to sit on. Black leather and all that. Little did I know that when I was doing this, the tail end of the stick of my flag was like leaving little scratch marks in the arm of the leather. Yeah. I didn't realize it. I just and it's like not like full like digging it away at the leather, but it's just enough that you could see that there's like something that ran across it, like I was just kind of rubbing it just like in between takes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but it was a great fun day. It was great to meet Adam, and it was awesome to see that they use real blokes like us on TV. So.
That's it.
But yeah, guys, look, thank you so much for watching this episode of Fat Chat today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all that kind of stuff. And a special thank you to Warren. Thank you so much for joining me and having a bit of a chat. It's been great to get to know you a little bit more. Mate. Long overdue.
Well, mate, anytime.
Hope you had a bit of fun, and I'm sure that your story will inspire a lot of others to rip in. So thanks again, mate. And I love every single one of you. There's nothing you can do about it. And we'll see you all tomorrow. See you later, guys.